Hey everybody, it's Rob Vegas checking in from Melbourne, Australia with another episode of Assemble the Troops. Now there's nothing I like more than a sports themed figure, and today we've got a strange one. Before I get to that, just a quick reminder, it's August 2020 and of course it's Cobra Convergence 5. So get on board over to hcc788.com for all the details, and be sure to check out all of the awesome Cobra content that's coming out this month. It is unbelievable and it is so much fun to get involved. Speaking of which, we're here with another episode of Assemble the Troops, and today we're going to be assembling a strange one. Not sure how this guy fared in G.I. Joe media, but it's a bit of a favourite of mine because it's such an unusual guy. It is of course the Cobra Frag Viper. He's from the late 80s. He came with a whole lot of unusual accessories. We'll get to that in a part 2 further down the track. Maybe we'll call that series Reunite the Troops with Their Equipment Once I Find Them. But yeah, that's a story for another day. Right now, we've got to assemble that troop. So let's go. Okay, so welcome back to the Rob Vegas Technology Center. And let's see, as I said, we've got the old Frag Viper here. He's from the late 80s. I probably should do a bit more research on the figure, but that's all I remember. We got him like in the late 80s, and he's a pretty cool looking dude. Like he's got like this sort of camouflage outfit, the blue stripes on his bandolier and things like that. That's pretty cool, and a sinister looking helmet. Yeah, we'll discuss it more once we get the accessories out and find them eventually. He did come with like these really tiny grenades, which they would never allow in toys these days because like kids would choke on them and stuff like that. But yeah, maybe some more detail on that later. Let's get him disassembled and see if we can't get him back in action. He's got that back screw in, so we're using the old precision screwdriver to undo that. Pop it out as always. Yeah, this guy's not, he's in a bad way. Oh dear, he's all scummy, the poor bloke. And look at that. The enemy of the people, the action figure people, it's rubber rot. It is manky. So that's not a good look for anyone who likes these figures, or is one of these figures for that matter. So if you bear with me a moment, we'll get some of our old O-rings that we got off eBay previously and get this guy assembled. All right. So we're still rolling with the Frag Viper. Just had a bit of a break there. The phone keeps ringing as it does. So I think I was in the middle of a rant about rubber rot, and you can see this one's well and truly toast. Looks like there's a bit of debris just randomly on the figure, so we'll clear that up first. But yeah, this guy, good figure. Love the old Frag Viper. Yeah, and as I was mentioning, he came with a whole lot of grenades, like actual scale grenades, to the figure. And yeah, the idea was he had this sort of hook thing for his hand, based on, and you'll have to correct me on this, Jai Alai or High Alai, like this big sort of thing that he'd use to just hurl the living daylights out of these grenades into battle. And that was really cool. This guy became like a real foil for the G.I. Joes when I was messing around with them. So it's a pretty cool figure, and he had a really cool machine gun too, which was good fun. Yeah, and the backpack, that's stacked with grenades, so he's gonna be causing all sorts of troubles for the Joes. Now you know what we're doing here. It's the old replacement O-ring that I got off eBay. I got a bag of 50 of them, so hopefully that is more than sufficient. We may have to get more, we will see. And of course, as always, we want to get the O-ring through the waist piece. Now you'll see with old mate Frag Viper here that, oh dear, that was bad. But what is good is the waist piece is complete, so no damage there to the nether regions. Now we just gotta get that through there and hook it over and all that kind of things that we do on all the Assemble the Troops episodes. Oh, but days, something's gone wrong there. Anyway, let's get our cameraman to adjust. So that has fallen between the desk and the shelves, so that is going to have to be recovered at another time at the old Rob Vegas Technology Center. So again, you get your O-ring, your brand new, your brand spanker. We get the waist piece, as I mentioned, thankfully complete, which is excellent news. And that's where we, as always, we wrestle it through there. Well, looks like we can hook that onto the precision screwdriver quite nicely. So we've got that rubbery part through there. So that's what you're aiming for. If you've never repaired one of these guys before, we get the back piece, and you can see there's the plastic part which contains which is where you screw it together, I guess, and you wind that round the old rubber O-ring. I always grab the front part of the body and just lightly place it on there, so hopefully that gives us a bit of a space there. And this is where we want to get the arms, this is good news, there's no thumb damage there that I can see. And we grab the old other arm. Have I got him the right way around? Yeah, I do. That's a gosh. Oh no, that was unfortunate. So again, and yeah, no matter how many times you've done this, it's always a bit of a mission. But anyway, that's part of the fun when you assemble the troops. So again, we go whoop-a-days, we pop that arm in there. Now you'll see on the arms, I'm not sure if I've pointed this out on a previous video, but you'll have on there like this bit which is held together with like some little, I don't know, Allen key-ish style thing. You want to have, to determine the left and right arms, you want to have that solid sort of metal-y bit facing forward. And you'll see on the back, there's kind of that Allen key bit. Not sure if it's an Allen key, but we'll just call it that for the sake of the video. So let's see if we can't get this on the go. Just give it a bit of pressure there to make enough space. And there we go. We've almost got arms. Bit of resistance. There we go. We got arms. We got legs. So let's get his helmet. Very strange helmet, and it has this bit that part of pipe that goes to the backpack. You can see one on the old school G.I. Joe pipey attachment things. Can't remember how that quite worked, but let's just get him together. There we go, good times. You can see he's back in one piece. So it's going to be a good time reuniting Frag Viper here with his proper accessories like backpack, grenades, machine gun, and the claw thing that he used to lob grenades into action and cause all sorts of trouble for the Joes. So excellent times ahead for old mate here. He's back together. We have assembled the hell out of this troop, so good news. So there we go. That's another exciting episode of Assemble the Troops with Rob Vegas. We've got the Frag Viper back into action, so he'll be on the battlefield soon. He's just going to gather up his accessories once he finds them in the big old tub in the garage. So stay tuned for a part 2 on that. as with the rest of the guys, we're getting back together. Of course, it's Cobra Convergence 5 for August 2020. Get on board, create some Cobra content, hit up old mate HCC788 for all the details, and keep an eye on his channel for all the awesome stuff that's going on, and it's going to be a huge one. This is Rob Vegas signing out from Melbourne, Australia. Yo, Cobra! Hey, just as a bit of a postscript, that rubber O-ring that escaped before has turned up. It just fell there. Outstanding.